श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्य वर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि श्रीवासरंगपरकालमुनित्रयाप्तलक्ष्मात्मरक्षणैत्युगागमान्तम् आचार्यभक्तिपरिपूर्णमनर्गशीलं गोपालदेशिकमुनिं गुरुमाश्रयामः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे सुखतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। So today we will have 93rd Slokam. While I was going through the commentary for this Slokam, I was quite lured and attracted by the namas, because this has got more to do with our daily day-to-day lives. Satyavan Satvika Satya Satya Dharma Parayanaha Abhipraya Priyarhorha Priyakr Pritivardhanaha. From 871 up to 880, Parasara Bhattar says that this talks about the Sattva Gunam of Perumal, Suddha Sattvam. In our Prapancham, we are bound by three gunas, which is Sattva Gunam, Rajasa Gunam, Tamasa Gunam, three gunas. Sattva Gunam is auspiciousness, purity, so transcendental attribute, guna. We have Rajasa Gunam, which is a mode of passion. We get excitement, we get love, we get anger, we get lust, we feel like doing something. All that is Rajasa Gunam. Tamasa Gunam is we are not able to get up from bed, feel sleepy, lethargic, bored. That's Tamasa Gunam, mode of darkness or ignorance. So when you have an ascendance of Sattva Gunam, you will feel like attending Vishnu Sahasranama, reciting Vishnu Sahasranama, reading some good auspicious stuff, doing some Nama Sankirtanam, listening to the discourse, whatever. When you have good Sattva Gunam, you feel like going to the temple. When you have Rajasa Gunam, you want to play, you want to jump, excitement, ecstasy, anger, all that. When you have Tamasa Gunam in ascendance, we know we don't want to get up, we would like to sleep all the time, lethargic. But so how to increase the Sattva Gunam? As long as we live, we are going to be influenced by these three gunas, which are also influenced by our karma, by our punya papa, by our past life, by our everything. So, however, we should pray to God to increase our Sattva Gunam. How to increase? That is the Slokam. Sattvavan Satvika Satya Satya Dharma Parayanaha Abhipraya Priyarhorha Priyak Pritivardhanaha. To increase the Sattva Gunam, we need to eat good food, Sattvika food. The food is also Sattvika food, Rajasa food, Tamasic food. The bhakti is also Sattvika bhakti, Rajasa bhakti, Tamasa bhakti. How can you have Tamasa bhakti? Yeah, we can have people who are the worshippers of some Gramat Devatai or some Muniswaran. They will give a bali, the Nara bali. They will cut the head off, behead someone, behead a goat, give bali, and so blood soaked the offering in the midnight to 12 night. So all those puja are called tamasic puja. That's also a bhakti, but tamasa bhakti. So here Sattvavan means one who controls, one who grants Sattva Guna, which will pave the way for moksha. One who grants, one who controls the Sattva Guna, Sattvavan. Satvikaha, one who grants the fruits of Sattva Guna. Satyaha, one who is well disposed towards devotees, towards pious devotees, towards bhakti laden devotees, towards souls who are pious, who are devoted to him, bhaktas, one who is well disposed towards them. Satya Dharma Parayanaha, one who is pleased with the Sharanagati practiced by his devotees, true Dharma practiced by his devotees. That is Satya Dharma Parayanaha. Abhiprayaha, one who is the object of choice. Priyaryaha, one who is rightly the object of priyam, love. We will enjoy these namas. I was so attracted by these namas. Arhaha, one who is worthy to be worshipped. Arihatai, we say in Tamil, Arihata, avanukku arihataiye illa. Arihaha means one who is worthy, one who is worthy to be worshipped. Priyakrit, one who does what is wanted by others. If I want something, wealth, if I want some progeny, a child, if I want a promotion, if I want a good grade in my exams, he grants, as long as it is dharmic, as long as it is not adharmic, as long as it is not going to do harm to others, as long as it is going to uplift me, he will grant. Priyakrit, Preeti Vardhana. This is a beautiful nama. Preeti Vardhana. Vardhana means grows, increases. If you have Preeti for him, if you have love for him, if you have bhakti for him, he would facilitate it to grow 100-fold. If you have a tinge of bhakti, an iota of 1/1,000,000th of bhakti in you for the Lord. When I say bhakti, don't get deluded. I used to think that bhakti means being afraid of God, being fearful of God. If I don't do, Bhagavan will prick my eye, kanna kuttiro. He is not so cruel. He would not do. He loves his children. He loves his spouse. So he increases the joy of his devotee. When will you have bhakti for someone? Bhakti is nothing but preeti, enormous preeti, enormous love. If I say I'm his bhaktan, means I adore him, I love him, I have so much love for him, I'm his bhaktan. They used to say Modi's ardent devotees as Modi bhakts, Modi's bhaktas. So bhakti is nothing but having pure, unalloyed, enormous love for him. So if you have an iota of love for him and a smallest preeti for him, he would increase 100-fold. He would do that. Automatically it will increase day by day, year by year. When you age, you will feel like listening to him. You will feel like going to his temple. You will feel like watching him. You will feel like being associated with his bhaktas. So these are the one-liners for the meaning. Now we will look at the Acharya's wonderful anubhavams of this. Satyavan Satvika Satya Dharma Parayanaha Abhipraya Priyarhorha Priti Vardhanaha. Shankaracharya mentions Satyavan. He is complete with all the positive qualities. Jnanam, Balam, Aishwaryam, Viryam, Shakti, Tejas, which is valor, wealth, wisdom, strength and resplendent. Tejas, splendor. He who completes any task that he takes on. So Jnana, Bala, Aishwarya, Virya, Shakti, Tejas is Shankaracharya's commentary. Whereas Parasara Bhatta says he is a personification of Sattva Gunam that leads everyone to the moksham. He is the one who paves the way for us to attain moksham. Here, Mahan Prabhur Vai Purushaha Sattvasyaisha Pravartakaha Sunirmalam Imam Praptim Ishano Jyotir Avyayaha. Shvetaswara Upanishad mentions the Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Lord, the Bhagavan, is the one who expands our Sattva Gunam. If you want more Sattva Gunam, he is the one who expands. He is full of Sattva Gunam. He does not have a tinge of Rajasa or Tamasa Gunam. So one can get moksham just by increased Sattva Gunam and reaches Sri Vaikuntham with the Sattva Gunam. And then once you attain that, it is only purest 100% Sattvam, which is Suddha Sattvam. In Sri Vaikuntham, all the souls which have attained there, who are Muktatmas or Nitya Suris, who have been there eternally, and Sri Vaikunthanathan, all of them are only of transcendental mode, purest Suddha Sattva Gunam. So, since he has the Sattva Gunam, purest Sattva Gunam, he would enable us to increase the Sattva Gunam. So, Sattvavan Sattvika Satyaha. So, Sattvikaha here is he who grants the fruits of Sattva Gunam. One who is essentially established in Sattva Gunam. So, here Parasara Bhattar mentions that here he says he is the Lord of Sattva Gunam, the fruits of which are Dharma. Dharma Jnana Vairagya Aishwarya Rupa Pala Niyamanena Cha Sattvam Argati iti Sattvikaha. He dispenses, he grants the fruits of Dharma, knowledge, non-attachment, Vairagya, and Aishwaryam, the riches, and hence he is called Sattvika. He is the one who gives the fruits of Dharma, the Palan of Dharma. He is the one who gives us Vairagya. If you feel that I am not able to pull my senses away from the TV, away from the material object, it is he who gives us Vairagyam, because he is Rishikesha. He is the Lord of the five senses. He is the one who controls our senses. So the same idea is also echoed by Shankaracharya. Sattve gunam pradhanyena stitati sattvikaha, one who is essentially established in Sattva Gunam. Then we have Satyaha. Satyaha, he Shankaracharya mentions, he helps the good and noble ones. And Parasara Bhatta says he is truth, he is Satya himself. Taittiriya Upanishad mentions Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma. So he is truth himself. He is Satya Sankalpan. When he takes a Sankalpam, it is always true. So Parasara Bhatta is truth himself, as told in the Shastras. He is the embodiment of Satya. Here the word Sat thus refers to the existence, the goodness, the good acts, the devotion, the austerities. All these are Satya. So here Parasara Bhatta mentions that Sattvika Sastra Pratipadyasya. So the Lord is delineated by the Sattvika Sastras. He is described by the Sattvika Sastras. All the greatness are attributed to him is true. There is nothing which is false in him. His Kalyana Gunams, his divine form, his Swarupam, his nature, his Divyatma Swarupam, everything is true. He stands fully established in truth. So even in Mahabharatam it says Satye Pratishtita Krishnaha Satyam Asmin Pratishthitam. Satta Satye Cha Govindaha Tasmat Satya Satam Mataha. Lord Krishna is rooted in truth, the Satyam, and the Satyam is rooted in Lord Krishna. The existence and non-existence are both established in Lord Govinda. Hence he is called Satya. Mahabharata mentions. In fact, Anbanagum Tanatal Adaindarkellam Shempanagatta Avunudal Kindavan Nanpane in the Madilshu Trikkannaburatha Anban Nalum Tana Meyerki Meyane. For the truthful devotees, he is truthful. That is why Namalva says Meyanagum Virumbit Tolvarkellam. For those who endearingly worship him, who are devoted to him with love, he is truthful Lord. For those who are faking bhakti, they are Veshadaris. Poyanagum Purame Tolvarkellam. For those who are just faking bhakti, like Adiyan, he would be Poyan. He would not be making himself visible to me, visible to the Poyan. So, Sheyil Vala Yugalam Tirikkannaburatha Ayyan Agattanaipargatka Aniyane பொய்வண்ணம் மனத்தகற்றி புலனைந்தும் செலவைத்து மெய்வண்ணம் நினைந்தவர்க்கு மெய் நின்ற வித்தகனை மைவண்ணம் கருமுகில் போல் திகழ்வண்ண மரதகத்தின் அவ்வண்ண வண்ணனை யான் கண்டது தென்னரங்கத்தே. He is மெய் அண்ணன். திருமங்கை ஆழ்வார் mentions in பெரிய திருமொழி. He reveals his true nature to to those who sincerely seek him by forsaking the pursuit of impermanent world. The world is impermanent, transitory, temporary. பொய்யில் வாழ்க்கையை பொய்யென கொள்ளும் இவ்வையந்தோடும் கூடுவதில்லையான் குலசேகர ஆழ்வார் says. So these are all மெய் இல்லாத வாழ்க்கை. So we need to consider this as transitory, and he will reveal his true nature to those who sincerely consider him and forsaking the pursuit of material objects, worldly objects. So Sri Shankaracharya also gives all with among his interpretation. He is called Satya because he is the real, he is not false. Avaitata rupatvat. So then we have Satya Dharma Parayanaha. He is the one who establishes the Satya Dharmam, which is Sharanagati. Parasara Bhattar interprets the term Satya Dharma as the true Dharma as laid down in the Shastras, namely the Nivritti Dharma, the Sharanagati Dharma. One who follows the Sharanagati, Sri Bhagavan Ajnaya Sriman Narayana Prityartham. All actions we undertake should be in the spirit that they are his commands. We should do what is prescribed in the Shastras, which are his command and for his pleasure. And that is why in Sharanagati, Swami mentions that Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha. I will absolve you of all papams and grant you moksham. Do not fear. So there is an Acharya by name Nadadu Rammal, Sri Vatsya Varadacharya. He had composed a grantham called Prapanna Parijatam. Parijatam is a Kalpaka Vriksham which is there in the celestial tree, which grants the desired boons on those who seek such boons from it. And this grantham for Prapannas, all they wish to know about the meaning of attaining the Lord's lotus feet through Prapatti. Those who do Prapatti, do Sharanagati are called Prapannas or Sharanagatars. So for them this grantham is called Prapanna Parijata, and it talks about the Sharanagati Tattvam and what are the authoritative scriptures on Sharanagati. Where is the Vedic origin of Prapatti? He establishes the Vishaya Pramanam on the Sharanagati. Then who can perform Sharanagati? Anybody can perform Sharanagati, regardless of their birth, their caste, their color, their creed, their sex, the gender. Even a Jantu can perform Sharanagati. The Acharya can perform on our behalf. And when is the time to perform Sharanagati? Is there any auspicious time? No. Anybody can perform Sharanagati at any time, under any circumstances. You don't have to take bath and wear new fresh clothes to perform Sharanagati. When Vibhishana came from Ravana's palace, he was in the mid-ocean, in the sky, and he performed Sharanagati to Rama. He never took a bath in the ocean, performed Achamanam and then performed Sharanagati. Nor did Draupadi perform Sharanagati, and she was a Rajaswalai. She was in her periods and when she performed Sharanagati. And the Sharanagati can be for what? It can be for any fruit. Anything that you want, you can perform Sharanagati. For example, if I am going away from my house and I have something valuable in my house, so I would grant to my next neighbor that I am giving you which is most valuable, it is very precious, somebody should not steal from my house, so you keep it safe. And I trust him, I have Vishwasam on him, I have complete faith in him, and I would consider that he would take care of me, he would take care of the valuable good which I am giving it back. And then I would say, then I can just rest assured, I don't have to worry about it anymore, because I have already placed the burden of protecting that to him. Now I can come back and ask him, and I have faith that he will give me back. But that's the Sharanagati. The Sharanagati can be for anything. The Kakasuran performed Sharanagati for its own survival. Draupadi performed Sharanagati for her modesty. So the perform Sharanagati, those who engage in the practice of Sharanagati for moksham are being talked about here. Satya Dharma Parayanaha. So the Satya Dharma Parayanaha is so beautifully talked about in this by the commentators, and Parasara Bhatta says he very fondly supports the Prapatti Dharma, followed by the noble ones, followed by the Prapannas, and all our action should be taken as Bhagavan's order then. So once you perform Sharanagati, you should not say, how will I do my rest of my life, what will happen to my children after I pass away, when will I die. That nirbharo nirbhayosmi, no bhayam, no bharam anymore after performing Sharanagati. We should just welcome the death because we are meeting him after the demise. So then abhiprayaha. Abhipraya priyar horgaga. Abhiprayaha means he is worshipped by those, he is the object of choice. He to whom all beings go, priti, directly during pralayam. So he is the object of choice. Parasara Bhatta enjoys the Nama as he is the aim or object of devotees. He is the highest goal sought after by the devotees who are pure by nature. He is the only ultimate goal sought out by the bhaktas who follow the dharmic path and who worship and meditate on him. Abhiprayaha. Then we have priyarharaha. Priyarhaha. He who is rightly the object of love. Priyarhaha means he is the rightly object of love. Vedattin Shuvai Payanai Viழுமிய முனிவர் விழுங்கும் கோதிலின் கனியை நந்தனார் களிற்றை குவலயத்தோர் தொழுதேத்தும் ஆதியை அமுதை என்னை ஆளுடை அப்பனை ஒப்பவரில்லா மாதர்கள் வாழும் மாடவாமயிலை திருவல்லிக்கேணி கண்டேனே. So here in Trivallikeni, Vedattin Shuvai Payan, the fruit of the Vedantam is there in triplicate. The fruit of the devotee's love is there in triplicate. That is what Tirumangayalvar mentions. So here we need to say Priyarhaha, which is Shankaracharya mentioned that Priyarhaha means his devotee should offer their most beloved, choicest of things to him. When we perform Tiruvaradhanam, we should give the best of fruits, not the one which are going to go rot, not the one which is going to become spoiled. We should not offer to the Lord. We should offer the best of what we have, which is possible. Even though he is very happy just with patram, pushpam, palam, toyam. He is just happy with water. He is just happy with a leaf, which is tulasi. He is just happy with a couple of fruits and a flower. But we should give the best of what is possible by us. So Parasara Bhatta says he blesses those who are knowledgeable ones, who are exclusively devoted to him. Among the devotees, Chaturvida Bhajante Mam, Krishna says, Arti, Artharti, Jignasu, Jnani. The one who does not have wealth, he wants more wealth. He is Arti. The one who has already some Aishwaryam, he wants much more than that. Artharti. Jignasu, one who wants knowledge. And Jnani, the one who knows him completely. And for him, only Krishna is the dearest. Only Krishna is to be sought. Nothing else matters to him. Like Ramanuja, Yonityamachyuta Padambuja Yugmarukma Vyamogata Staditarani Trinayamene. He considers everything else as a blade of grass. Pull. Trinam. Only Lord Achyuta's lotus feet is that he desires. Nothing else. And for them, he is very dear. And Krishna says, they are dear to me. In fact, Krishna says, Udhara sarvayevaite jnani tvatmaiva me matam astita sahi yuktatma mameva nuttamam gatim. All those who are devoted to me are indeed extremely noble. They are all good people. All those who are devoted to me, regardless of what they want. However, those who have the complete jnanam about me and those who have firm, steadfast mind about me, whose intellect is merged in me and who have made me alone as their sole refuge, as the supreme goal, I consider them as my very self. as my very self. They are my Uyir. Even though Paramatma is our Uyir, Paramatma himself says that the ardent devotees are his Atma. That is my matam. It is my religion, Krishna says. So then we have Arhaha. Arhaha, he is worshipped by offering words of welcome, fruits, milk, water, food, Shankaracharya mentions. So Parasara Bhatta says he is the only one worthy of being worshipped. He is the only one who is worthy of being worshipped by bhaktas who seek only moksham. Moksham dadati iti mukundaha. Mukunda means the one who grants moksham. He is the right deity to be sought after by devotees who have no other desire in life other than moksham. And suppose we want something else also in life, also including moksham, then also he is the one. Astita sahi yuktatma mameva anuttamam gatim. Here Parasara Bhatta refers us to Lord Krishna's words. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayanti te. Here Parasara Bhatta means, he says, on Priti Vardhanaha. He says he is the one who facilitates the growth of Priti for him. What is Bhakti? Bhakti is nothing but Priti Rupapanna Jnanam. See, first you should know who is God. What is he? What's his Swarupam? What are his Kalyana Gunas? How big he is? What's his greatness? All that. We should know his Swamitvam and his Saulabhyam, his being easily accessible to us. And then we should love him, adore him, and have so much Preeti for him. If you have 1% of Preeti on him, which is Bhakti. Bhakti is not just having a Vesham that I am devoted, all that. He wants 1% at least love for him. And if you have that Kadal, that love for him, then he would increase to 100-fold. Priti Vardhanaha. And that is the beautiful Nama here which says Priyakrit Priti Vardhana. He is the one who increases the joy of his devotees. He fulfills the love of his devotees. There is a Ramanuja Nutrandadi which talks about Ramanuja, in which the Tiruvaranga Tamudanar sings on Ramanuja, where he says there are 4 Purushartham: Dharmam, Artham, Kamam, Moksham. Aram, Purul, Inbam, Veed. Out of these 4, you know which one Ramanuja is so fond of? You may say Moksham. He says no. Tiruvaranga Tamudanar says for Ramanuja it is only Kamam. He wants only Kamam, the desire, Inbam. And what is the Kamam? Kannanikke avadu Kamam. He wants Kamam, love, desire only for Kannan, nothing else in the world. His love for Kannan is the only ultimate objective. He says he may grant moksham, he may not grant me moksham. He may put me into Narakam, he may put me into Swargam. I don't care. All that I am looking for is to have uninterrupted love for him. Sri Parasara Bhatta comments that by manifesting his qualities, by enjoying his Kalyana Gunam, by enjoying his glories, his Leelas, his Kathai, his form, his Swarupam, Rupam, the Lord himself increases the joy of his devotee. You should have at least one droplet of tear coming out when you listen to his story. So he is called Priti Vardhanaha. He quotes the Bhagavad Gita in support. Parasara Bhatta. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. To those who are constantly united with me, those who worship me with immense love, I lovingly grant that buddhi yogam, the mental bent of mind, the mental disposition by which they attain me. That is why Tirumazhi Alvar mentions Bhagavan as Bhakti Ulavan, means he who cultivates Bhakti in the devotees like a Ulavan, like a farmer does on the paddy field. So निरतिशय सौंदर्य शौशील्यादि गुणगण आविष्करेण अक्रूर मालाधिकारादीन परम भागवतान कृत्वा. The Bhagavan Krishna, it comes Bhagavad Ramanuja, before he starts his Gita Bhashyam, he writes this: Niratisaya Saundarya Shaushilyadi Gunagana Avishkarena Akrura Malakaradin Parama Bhagavatan Kritva. He is the one who made Akrura, Malakara, the one who made garland and one who prepares garlands in Kamsa's palace, and others, his most ardent devotees, he made them Akrura, Malakara, that the one who supplied sandal paste, Gupja, by the manifestation of his unsurpassed qualities, such as beauty, such as loving compassion, Vatsalyam. That is the name Priti Vardhanaha refers to. So Priti Vardhanaha is such a wonderful nama that we should enjoy, that he would increase our Priti for him 100-fold if you have 1/1,000,000th of it. Chinmayananda says the sense of drunken joy, like drunken joy, we are immersed, drunk in the joy that arises in one's heart when one loves deeply and truly. It seems Kalidasa, who was supposed to be like one of the greatest poet, Kavi, he was so fond of a prostitute, and what he used to do, he used to carry 2 huge vessels of water on his shoulder to carry to her house every day. And people were asking, you are the greatest poet in the world and you are doing that for that lady, why? He says, because I love her. Because of love, I perform that service, and it excites me. It makes me happy. It's not that it has made her happy. It makes me happy that I serve the one whom I adore, whom I love. If you love Krishna, if you love Sriman Narayana, you should perform that particular lovingly Kainkaryam, which would increase the love. He would enable it to increase. Thereby, first at least you should start faking it. Then it will become truthful. Adiyan, Dhanyosmi. Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.